Okay, this is going to be fairly short because it's a simple process. Tightening the exhaust up. Uh, Sounds like bullshit, but it's actually pretty important. Keep you from cracking pipes and having excess vibration. Yes, improperly installed an exhaust will definitely give you vibration on anything, especially on Harleys. So the way you're going to do this, I've already got this one done, but you're going to start off up here. Get your nuts on there. They're 5/16 24 nuts. Just don't just grab any old coarse thread nut and try and throw it on there. You're going to mess the studs up. I had to replace the stud on this one because the nut was locked on there so damn tight it ain't moving because it's wrong nut. Uh, so start off up here, tighten them down evenly. Leave the bracket at the back here loose so you can move the pipe around. So start off, tighten them down evenly, assuming that the studs are in the exact same length. You should be able to get them straight to where you want them as far as lining up together. And on the mount back here, the rear, once you get the pipes lined up or tightened up about where you want them, they won't be completely right, but you need to go back here and check this bottom mount to make sure it's up against the frame there. If it's not up against the frame, you're either going to have to shim the pipes or shim the bracket out. You don't want to be pulling the bracket in or pushing it out, just like you did the motor mount. You want everything even. So if you got to shim it, you got to shim it. Once you completely tighten these down up here at the front, you loosen up the bolts at the back here and check it again to make sure that it's nothing crooked. I've had them where it breaks the pipes back here because I've seen bikes where the pipes are broken just before the mounts are because they had the mount pulling the pipes in a good quarter inch or how I've had them a half inch out where they're that far out. So start up here, work your way back. And this isn't just soft tail specific. It could be the same way on a bagger dresser. Rubber mounted touring bike is bad for it, where they break the Y pipe back here. 9 times out of 10, that's because the pipe's not lined up correctly. Dynas, not so much. FXRs were horrible about breaking exhaust stuff, breaking exhaust brackets, breaking exhaust studs off in the head. Horrible. And neither one of them's easy to get to. You end up having to pull the head off to get to it, to do it correctly anyway. I've had them where mechanics have tried to get the studs out with them on the bike, and it can be done if you know what you're doing. But, if you break off a drill bit in there, and then you try and drill it again, because you're off to one side, and then you break off that drill bit. I've had that happen. I've had broken easy outs in there. These studs are an interference fit in the head, meaning they don't screw in like a normal bolt. They're supposed to have a little bit of interference fit on the studs. So it's 5/16 18 on one side and 5/16 24 on the other. The part that goes in the head is 5/16 18. The part that goes out with the nuts is a 5/16 24. So just be careful. Like I said, this isn't Harley specific. This could be on anything you're working on. You want shit lined up right, or you can break it. Modern or vintage. More so prevalent on Harleys or old bikes than on newer crap, but it can still happen on newer stuff. So just make sure everything's lined up. Engine mounts, exhaust system, whatever. You got to shim it. You got to shim it, or something ain't lined up right somewhere. You got something misadjusted. Shift linkages, that's another one. I had people that put whatever forward controls or whatever on their bike, and the shift linkage or brake linkage too. I've had brake linkages do it where they've got it under a bind because it's not straight. So it'll actually bind up a heim joint on the shifter or on the brake. But that's enough. That just exhaust system, line it up. Replace your gaskets. Just make sure it's. You want to have least vibration as possible. Is going to give you the best service out of your bike. Other than that, that's all I had for this. I'm waiting on the carb adapter bracket, and I think that's it for this one. I'm about ready to go. Everything's bolted down, valves are adjusted, rudder mounts are tight, exhaust system's on. Just got to put the tanks on and the air filter and charge the battery, and we're good to go. All right, you guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. New subscribers, appreciate you. Old subscribers, appreciate everybody watching.